vlog, we're playing day 1B of a $2,500 entry poker tournament. We also play some stupid slots. This vlog picks up after the last one ended where we busted day 1A of the same event and we're driving home. Long drive home after busting. Hard to stay awake. Sometimes you dream.
Wow, I am a little girl.
We're back tomorrow, we're not a little girl. Yeah, so we almost there. Yesterday I think I punted with that queen 9 hand. It's just unnecessary. It's not terrible, I think is the consensus. I think if we just get queen 9 suited today, we'll just fold. Yeah, we'll just be patient and not be a dumbass. Yo, when I say listen to game music, I'm not exaggerating. This is some degen shit. I don't remember if I brushed my teeth. Actually, there's some responsible shit, not degen shit. It's a beautiful day. We're ready to play patient and let the chips fall where they may. No, I don't know. Feel good. They can't get their shit straight with filming. It's like I heard MGM is you're allowed to vlog. Then I heard you're not. And then yesterday when I was trying to film the all-in, the guy was like, sir, you can't film. So who the f knows? Since we have our history here, I got banned from here and then on banned for filming. Shout out to Sean. Gotta go in a little stealthy. The other storyline today is I'm only gonna gamble $100 besides the buy-in. Village People song is starting in my head. That's a very good omen, even though I selected the playlist. They make me run good. I'm fueled by gays. My parents met at Studio 54, which is fueled by gays. Shout out to the gays. Shout out to the gays. Yeah, they're on break in 4 minutes. I'm gonna reg now and then we'll play our $100 in stupid shit. This is what they've replaced the Borgata Babe with. This thing, I can't lust after this guy. His fucking mouth doesn't even open. Kind of phallic. That's pretty sick. Good for Borgata for keeping it sexual over there with their statues at least, regardless. Whatever slot speaks to us. Whatever, I guess we'll play this bullshit. I hate it when they spoil it though. Like, why do they? But that's pretty sick. Oh, that
truly is a big.
There it goes. Press the spin bar. What the fuck? All right, good start. Good little start. Let's go play poker. Plus 210 because free play. There's him. All the stars. It's been big pot. All right, we're back at it again. $2,500 entry. Starting stack 35K. Blinds are 200, 400, 400. Very first hand, we sit down. Cutoff raises to 800. The small blind calls. And we're in the big blind and we look down at Jack 9 of clubs. We go ahead and call. We're 3 ways to a flop. 8, right? Flop comes. Pretty good for us. King, 10, Jack, 2 clubs. Myself and the small blind both check to the cutoff. He bets 1,500. The small blind calls and we got to raise it up. I think I went a little small in hindsight, but that's neither here nor fucking there. We go to 5,500. The cutoff calls, the small blind folds. We've already check raised first hand. We just sat down. Turn comes 2 of spades. We bet 8,000, and in my notes I wrote down, I don't know what IDK WTF this size, to be exact. But he calls, praying for a club. The river comes, the 2 of clubs. Pot, it's 30K in there. We have about 20K left in our stack. We go ahead and put it all in. We've jammed 20K into the 30K. And he tank folds. So in one hand, we have 51K off of starting stack of 35K. Great. Then after that, we take a couple flops and fold. So we're down to like 44K. Our blinds are now at 300, 500 with a 500 big blind ante. Early position is open at 1,200. A hijack is called. We're in the big blind with 7-5 off and we call. Flop is 8-6-3 rainbow. Up and down straight draw, not bad. We check. The early position raiser bets 1,500. Hijack calls and we just call. No need to check raise. I'm just trying to get straight, man. I'm just trying to get straight. Turn comes at 2. And everybody checks. We all agree to a round of checks. Now the river comes interesting, I guess. We don't make our straight, but we make a pair. We get a 7. We check. Early position. Snap bets 5K into 8,900. The hijack folds and we level the shit out of ourselves. This guy is not a young man. He's fucking stupid. Look at the way he bet. I'm so stupid, bro, that I fucking pay. He has a set of 7s, so we're tilted. You know, now we have like 39K. Fucking retard. And when we lose a couple more small, stupid little pots. So fast forward to the next hand of note, we have 31K at 300, 600, 600. 52 and a half bigs. Folds us in the cutoff. We look down at King, Queen of clubs. It's a good hand. We raise to 1200. The button 3-bets us 3x to 3600. Folds back to us. Offsuit in-game, in reality, we probably fold. Suited, we continue. You're probably supposed to continue both. Anyway, we go ahead and make the call. Easy decision. Heads up in a 3-bet pot. 8, 7, 4. 2 diamonds, 1 club. We check, and he checks back. The turn brings a 7 of hearts. Now we're just ready to quit. We check. Checks back again, though. The river comes, jack of diamonds, and now there's 8K in the pot, and I feel like I need to fold out his ace highs and take a stab at it. I can't just let him win with fucking... And this is how we played pocket nines and stuff like that, so I figured this is the size I'd bet with my value. So I bet only 2,100 into the 8K, but he calls with ace queen. We lose, but I think it was a fine play. Maybe we got to go a little bit bigger, but... So we win a little pot with pocket nines. Our stack is back to 30K now. 50 bigs, same level. When we get in an interesting situation. It's still at 300, 600, 600, or 50 bigs, like I said. The hijack opens to 1,300. Or some shit, my notes say. The cutoff, 3 bets to 4K. It folds to us in the small blind, and we have ace-jack suited. Really unsure what to do here. It's rare that I find a pre-flop spot these days that I'm just really lost on. I folded, but I checked afterwards, and it's apparently you're supposed to 4-bet and then fold if somebody jams, guys. So, you know, you learned something new here. Under the gun opens to 1,400. We're +1 with ace-jack offsuit. We 3-bet to 4K. Folds back to the not young man who goes all in. And now we actually just want to fold, so I'm hoping he has enough that we can justify a fold. All right, thanks. I'm glad you have enough that I can let myself fold. So we make the fold, get about 18K, but now we ourselves are down to 24K. The hijack raises, the small blind calls, and we're in the big blind looking down at 7-4 offsuit. It's not a good hand, but we're allowed to call. We decide to fold, and the flop comes 10-7-4, and we want to die. This shouldn't bother me. It was a fine fold, but despite some growing technical knowledge as a poker player, we have absolutely no mental makeup still. 21-200, playing like shit, first break. So we have 20K, as you heard, and we're not playing well. Well, really those 2 river pay off. I don't even know if I wrote out the hand. I had 8-9 of spades. I paid a guy off on the river after a check through. It was king 8-2, jack, whatever. Always a fucking jack, always. And I say it and then pay. It was only 4 bigs, but that shit adds up. It's a massive thing when you know you shouldn't call. The earlier call was bad too with 7-5 when I kind of just fucking... I guess besides that, it's just kind of... Since the first hand, every hand has just been like we're missing flops. But we still have 30 bigs. We don't need to tilt or feel upset or any of this shit. It's like my mental game is so bad. Even though my actual poker game has gotten a lot better. Still here. So what? Fuck your mother. And actually, I'm kind of psychotic because in the last run of hands, I just got dealt like 9-2 off and 6-2 off, 5 hands in a row. I felt like an old man gonna ask for a wash. Like I was never gonna, but I was like, yup, something's rigged. Like my mental game is so weak. I really am being a little hard on myself too. You know, I'm being a little fucking dramatic, but that's what I'm talking about. No mental makeup either way. Terrible embodiment of mental health all around. This is what Borgata brings out of you. You know what I mean? Apparently a guy at the table behind me said call and put his chips forward, but didn't release them, and it wasn't a call or some shit. I don't know. There was a giant argument. It was pretty Borgata. There's Mike Dentale telling the floor how he got fucked somehow. All the regular Borgata sights and scenes are here. Yeah. Right, so Brian here, when we were at Philly Live, when we won that event, he had brought 3 hard-boiled eggs. Turns out 2 of them weren't fucking hard-boiled. So we crack them. They're just fucking eggs. We're starved.
You want a slice of run good pizza?
Then Brian hooks us up with, he's like, yo, you want this slice of pizza? And then we win, so thanks. All right, so we come back with 21K, but after a few folds, we're down to 19K. And with blinds at 400, 800, 800, Mike Dentale himself raises from the low jack to 1,600. The button calls. We're in the small blind and look down at pocket 7s. We have 24 big blinds. Some male feminists been known to call here, but it's fucking, we only have one choice. It's easy. We go all in, they both fold, and we're right back to 24K. We win a couple pots with pocket jacks where we raise and get called on the flop. Win a small pot, queen jack off. We bet flop, they fold. King 10 off, same thing. Then these fucking guys decide to limp to me when I'm in the big blind, and I flop 2 pair with jack 3 off. Check raise, win. So now we have 33K in our stack again. Blinds at 600, 1200, 1200. Mike Dentale raises from the low jack to 2400 off his 23 big blind stack. Folds to us on the button, and we look down at ace jack suited. Now both blinds cover us in our 28 big blinds, but because Dentale, the opener, only had 23 bigs, we decide to go all in. It's not horrible, but I know a little bit better because normally this is the type of hand you just call with. The worst news is that the small blind is now thinking, and he has us covered. He rejams for more. The big blind folds. Mike Dentale doesn't say fold, but shows his threes as if to fold. I think he's letting himself have the backup angle here. But either way, we're heads up. What are we up against? Fuck. Ace king suited. But why am I being a pussy? We know how to suck out. Let's fucking do this.
Ace jack versus ace king.
Also clear, we have a new 1-3.
You lose. Perfect.
We busted. We're out. I'm bummed. I might play this slot, but I might not even have it in me. You know, some days, what do you want me to do? I'll be fine in 5 minutes, but I'm already inside. Play some of this bullshit. Okay, let me re-enter. Oh, fuck you. Another spin. Okay, I'll take 300. Oh my god, fuck your mom. All right, down to our last 15, and we got another spin. Give me 3 digits at least. So yeah, shocker update. We lost the 250 bat. Big fucking shock.
Make the booty bounce on the dance floor.
Now he doesn't deserve any applause. He called with King Jack.